Hi, welcome back guys, and it seems to be a Q5 time at the moment, and we've got my son's Audi Q5. We're upgrading the front brakes on this one as well, so it's another car we're upgrading. We're putting drilled and grooved discs and decent pads, and the old ones are knackered anyway, so they're coming off, and that's why we're doing it now. So let's just get straight into it. So we've already taken the wheel cover off. Right, that's all cracked. Right then, let's get the lazy machine out. It's good to see, grease on them.
Ah, that's good.
So that means when we're taking them off, there's a bit of
bit of care about it.
yeah, which in this day and age is a rarity. Okay, lovely. So first things first, spring clip. Now these you actually press and pull. Right, so the anti-rattle shim's off. So what I do, because we have a new brake sensor, is take the old one out, because the kit comes with a new one. Pull that out. It just twists, pulls down. Now you can reuse these. I advise you get a new one. Oh, actually, looking at this, there's a groove in it. Let's hit it. The warning light should be on.
It is on.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The warning light is on.
Yeah, there you go. Right then, so that's out. What I also do, while it's all still on, use the big grips, get hold of the edge of the pad, and just pull the caliper in a little bit to go over the lip of the disc. So when it comes off, it will actually come out. There she goes. Right then, so now 13 mil. That's tight. That's gonna. It's very tight, but it is undoing. That's good. Shouldn't be this tight.
These are sliders?
Yeah.
Or is this? Jeez.
What you've got to be careful of is not to snap them off. I can feel it's moving. If you're ever unsure, you wind them back in again. And wind them out, wind them in, wind them out. But it's now coming alright. But we're going to put grease on this when it's done. So it's coming out alright now. So I would say this caliper's probably been binded.
That would make sense. To always have them covered in brake dust more than normal.
Yeah, so look at that, it's clean. So it's not showing signs. Right. Right, now the two slide bolts are off. We'll let's see if she comes out. There you go. There she goes. Yeah. Very, very low. Hello. Very, very stuck. Yeah, all the pad material built up.
Yeah.
Right, so we'll leave that hanging for a minute. And now we need to turn the steering to full lock. Okay, now the steering's been turned. It's a 21 mil on there. That's that one. a bit tighter. Right, let's see if the cheating machine will take them off. One was very, very corroded.
God.
Very, very corroded. Get that.
Jesus.
Right, okay, so we go to another cheating machine, Whizzy, as I call it, to take the disc off. So, I think it's that one there. Torx bit. Right, there she goes. Not too tight, which means whoever did it properly. Look at the size of that lip. Huge. So yeah, this was very, very needed and good to see grease. Lovely. Right then, let's get the new disc, shall we? Right, so we've got the disc off. Here's the new disc. Everything, the placement, all the fitments the same, as you can see. What I've also done is push the piston back in the caliper, so that's ready to go. But all discs, I say all unpainted discs, come with oil on them to stop them rusting. So just on the braking surface, nowhere else. We'll clean that off. Just a bit of white spirit. See, it's quite thick on this side. Now, to be honest, your car will, it's heavy enough and whatever else, it will actually clean it itself, but it's always a good practice to do. So just clean them off beforehand. Right, a precautionary tale, these are handed. So when you get grooves and drills, not so bad, but when they're grooved and drilled, they are actually handed, and the sweep goes forward, so it doesn't go like, so if you see the cut going against the grain, that's wrong. This is for the passenger side because it sweeps that way. So we'll put it on because it's got to go on anyway, so you can also see that's the direction that the sweep goes in. So they are handed. Now that does not have to be tight, as we've spoke about in other ones. They don't have to be tight, it's just there to hold it so when you put the wheel on it doesn't fall off. So yeah, always make sure if you've got grooved discs they are going the correct way, because obviously they're venting the hot air and debris away from the wheel, so as it goes around it throws outwards. If it was going the other way, it would actually attract water and debris towards the pad, which is what you don't want. Right, so now we do everything in reverse. So we get the caliper hanger and the corroded bolts and offer them in. Catch them, get the lazy machine, hold the caliper out the way. Right, that just nips them up in the big bar. Make sure they're tight. That's that. So now it's pads. Grab the pads. Now the ones with these feet push into the caliper, and the ones with a little ball in them just fit neatly in the little hole in the back, like that. Simple as that. Now you can, what I will say, that's a bit weak, so we'll bend that. Looks like they're bent. While it's off, you can fit the brake warning light and slide that through the hole like that, so then you don't have to try putting it in after the event. There we go. Then just swing it out over. The pads locate top and bottom. That's your sensor. It's got to go under there. Right, pull the slide out, there we go. Then we have our 2 bolts. 1 and 2. Catch them in. That's absolutely fine. And then just do those up. Right, I've now swapped to the ratchet because obviously the spanner takes forever. Right, these aren't murdered up, you just do them up like you do a spark plug, so you get them tight and then a little bit extra. You don't absolutely rip on them, you'll snap them. And then that's the caliper hanger and everything gone. So a little tweak, done. So what I like to do here is use the bleed nipple cover to hold that. There you go. Take it through. This then goes in here sideways, push it up, and then comes around, and there's a little foot there, just there, and that locks into there. And then the actual hose, which is loose on the other side, pushes in and clips on. And there we go. Done. Right, and last thing but not least, the anti-rattle shim. So that is an absolute pig, but you've got to push without it slipping. I come a bit wider, come as wide as you can without it sliding off and smacking you in the face. There you go. There you go, and then push. Done. Level, everything's tight, everything's done. That side, that is now done, and that's how you do it. It's as simple as that. It's exactly the same on the A4, the A6, the Q5, even some of the smaller cars with the bigger brakes fitted. So it's as simple as that. It's not a big job. Save yourself some money and do it yourself. If you've got any questions or comments, chuck them in the comments, and like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers guys.